is from the Hill, the blog briefing room. Democrat urges unions to get a little bloody when necessary. This is Representative Michael Capuano, Democrat in Massachusetts, fired up a group of union members in Boston with a speech urging them to work down in the trenches to fend off limits to workers' rights like those proposed in Wisconsin. Sometimes it's necessary to get out on the streets and get a little bloody, said the congressman on Tuesday afternoon. I'm proud to be here with people who understand that it's more than just sending an email to get you going. Every once in a while, you need to get out in the streets and get a little bloody when necessary. Well, things got a little bloody in Tucson. As I recall, things got a little bloody in Tucson, Arizona, and the leader of the Democrat Party and the leader of the unions said that kind of stuff has to stop. Now, that happened some weeks ago. And yet weeks later, here is a Democrat advocating that the streets get a little bloody because of what's happening in Wisconsin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if Obama's speeches in Tucson don't change the behavior of Democrats, then who is it that leads that party? Well, let's see. The unions pay the bills and they provide the votes. In fact, let me just put this out on the table. Whatever else unions are, it is now clear that they function as a highly effective money laundering machine for the Democrat Party. That's really what's going on here. In some case, the case of the public sector unions, which is now most of them, it's money sucked out of the taxpayers' pockets and put right into the war chest of the Democrat Party. When you talk about collectively bargaining public sector workers, teachers, I don't care what they are. When you talk about public union members, public sector, collective bargaining, they're collective bargaining against us, the taxpayers. We are the people. We are the boss. We are paying the stimulus bill. Just to remind you again, the purpose of the stimulus bill was to make sure that the people who end up contributing the largest amounts of money to Obama and the Democrat Party did not lose their jobs. Public sector unions and their dues. So just think of it as a very sophisticated, highly sophisticated money laundering machine. Here you have the stimulus. You can't just take that money and give it to public sector unions. But take it back. You can't just take that money and put it in your campaign war chest. But you want it in your campaign war chest. So who do you give it to? You give it to the unions to launder. Ostensibly to keep them employed during the recession, yes, and to keep their dues flowing in so the money circuitously ends up in the coffers of Obama and the Democrat Party.